May I come in, sir?
Come in, come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Sampada,
Yes, sir.
you are from Maharashtra
Yes, sir.
and district Latur.
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of, is it a town or a city?
Sir, it's a city with a
Okay.
municipal corporation.
Okay, okay. Now, what kind of city is it? How would you describe?
Sir, to describe Latur, it's a historical city with a lot of homogeneity also.
Okay.
Currently, it is known as the education hub for Maharashtra.
Okay.
It's famous for its Latur pattern. It is also important in terms of industries like production of soybean and processing of soybean oil.
Okay.
One of the famous is Kirti Gold from Latur. Latur is also historically known for its Rashtrakuta dynasty. It has beautiful tourist places.
Okay.
And the village Panga, from which I come.
What time period are we talking of when we say Rashtrakuta?
So Rashtrakuta dynasty primarily came to 10th and 10 to 11
Okay.
CE.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yes. Sorry.
Founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty?
Sir, Danti Durga was the founder of Rashtrakuta.
Okay. So your father is in agriculture.
Yes, sir.
And your mother is teacher.
Yes, sir.
Primary teacher?
Yes, sir. Primary.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Now, can you just share the background of that?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Sir, actually, my elder aunt was married in my family. My
Okay.
My mother's sister, and it is a good family.
Mhm.
So my grandfather decided to get my mother married to my father.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And she teaches what? What subject?
Sir, she teaches English as well
Okay.
as at times history also.
And what kind of school is it? Is it a government school or a private school?
Yes, sir. It is government aided school.
Government aided school.
Yes.
Okay, good. See, you are preparing for civil services examination,
Yes.
and every year a report is published, okay, about the state of primary education.
Yes.
And I'm sure you must have talked to your mother many times. So, did you ever have any kind of conversation on that topic?
Yes, sir. I have talked with my mother,
Uh-huh.
and she also keeps telling me regarding what changes are there.
Hmm.
There is a lot of digital aspect introduced in the primary education also these days. In fact, during COVID-19, she used to teach students on the Diksha platform also.
Mhm.
And
No, that is one thing,
Mhm.
and that's quite interesting. I hope you got the report I'm referring to. I
Sir,
didn't
report.
mention that. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And the reports are important because they highlight the lacunas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so students, even though they get through certain standards, are not able to read or write or do some basic mathematical equations, so on and so forth. So, why that has been the case?
Sir, actually, my mother teaches to upper primary classes 5, 6, and 7 standard.
Okay.
And I think the Assar report primarily focus up till 5th standard.
Mhm.
But to cite the reasons behind it, firstly is the accessibility of the schools.
Mhm.
Sometimes the students are unable to access schools, and the schools they are accessing are lacking.
No, that is fine. So, the students who do not have access to the school, let us not talk about that.
Mhm.
But the students who already have access to the school, they are attending the school, okay, also getting through, okay, but then somehow not able to do the simple thing.
Yes, sir.
So why that is happening?
Sir, reason could be maybe they are unable to practice it the level which they should be.
Okay.
So because once you practice something, you get expert at it. So that could be one of the reasons.
Okay. But you are not sure about that.
Yes, sir. I'm not.
Okay. You did BA from Ferguson College.
Yes, sir.
Now so did you have any specialization?
Yes, sir. I'm specialized in political science.
Political science.
Yes.
Okay. Now, political science, and I'm sure as part of your syllabus, it is dominated by the West. You take political thought, you take ideas, you take ideologies, almost each and everything comes from the Western ethos. Now, if I say so, would that be the correct assessment?
Sir, I would partly agree with this
Mhm.
because it's correct that Western political thought has given much to this world. But India also, not only India, but entire East also has thought thinkers like Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar,
Mhm.
and one of the ancient thinker like Kautilya.
But they are part of the Indian political thinking.
Mhm.
Why isn't that nobody has earned place in quote unquote the Western political tradition?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to get your question.
No, Gandhi, Ambedkar, and others are taught, okay, as part of, say, since we are talking about Gandhi, Ambedkar, the
Yes, sir.
Indian political thinking.
Yes, sir.
So why don't we have somebody from the East or the southern part of our globe as a major political thinker? We don't have. So we know for sure that we are talking about Western. So is it that we are here only focusing on the Western, somebody who is Western? Is it so, or there is something else?
Sir, it is not taught as a part of syllabus, but we do have such things as like from China, Sun Tzu is there,
Mhm.
whose skills of war, art of war is famous for its realistic approach. And we can say that not only Western part, but Eastern part also has.
Okay, now taking it forward, while doing your BA and you have also done MA, and political science is your optional.
Yes, sir.
You must have, as part of BA, MA as well as optional, you must have studied, you must have read Indian political thinkers.
Yes.
And we are talking about modern Indian political thinkers. Now, any one idea where you see a very important contribution by any Indian political thinker to some idea, what would be that?
Sir, that would be Justice by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar.
Okay.
His idea of justice in terms of social, political, and economic justice has a wider connotation in terms of ensuring equality.
But even while studying justice, the idea of justice, the different aspects of justice are anyway taken note of. So legal justice, political justice,
Yes, sir.
economic justice, social justice. So what is so different in Ambedkar's conception of social justice?
Sir, Ambedkar's conception of social justice suits to Indian conditions mostly,
Okay.
because its conception came from the societal hierarchy which was present in India back then, like untouchable, removal of untouchability. So
Okay.
that in that aspect, it's unique. It also is unique because of its the way we are developing. We were not a coherent society, and the way the idea is formed in terms of it, a diverse but still united country, it is unique, sir.
Okay, okay. Sampada, when our the process of constitution making was going on, almost it was quite clear that our constitution makers were going to go for democracy, along with universal adult franchise. Okay, there were few voices from within the assembly who were opposed to that idea, and the Western scholarship, almost entire Western scholarship was opposed to that. Look, democracy requires certain preconditions to be fulfilled in society. And given our peculiarity, lot of illiteracy, lack of awareness, so on and so forth. So what they were suggesting was approach democracy and especially the franchise in an incremental manner instead of going for universal adult franchise. But our constitution makers decided no, we are going to go with universal adult franchise. Now 75 years have passed. And if you are asked to assess that, how do you look at that? Was that the right step, or you have to say something else?
Sir, certainly it was the right step because there is no country in South Asia nor in entire Asia that has survived so long without any disruption to its democratic structure. By giving universal adult franchise to all above 18 years of age, India has ensured the real ethos of democracy. We have different arrangements for ensuring rights are being provided to everyone, and we also ensured social justice through the affirmative action policy. So unlike the our neighboring countries, India's democracy has been able to be successful in terms of free and fair elections also.
Okay, so that was the right decision.
Yes, sir.
That
I
was the
would say
right
it is
decision.
right.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. See, we are a democracy, but then we are a Republican democracy.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between the two?
Sir, democracy is the rule of the people, by the people, and of the people.
Uh-huh.
And when we say Republican itself, a Republican has a connotation of an elected head of the government
Mhm.
or the state. So the basic difference could be maybe democracy is a direct democracy, indirect democracy, a wider term,
Mhm.
while only Republican democracy is a subset of it, wherein it talks about indirect democracy.
Okay, so you want to say that republic is subset of democracy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that too in what form, according to you?
In terms of the head of the
Indirect.
state is elected. Yes.
That is fine. That is fine.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, how do you look at the association between economy and politics in India after 91?
Sir, after the 1991, due to the LPG reforms that were brought in,
Mhm.
India's political economy has seen many changes. Like during the 1990s and 2000, we have seen multiple governments due to the economic turmoil. That one of the reason could be economic turmoil that India was going through. Also, there was important role of opposition parties during that time, so as to hold the government accountable for the different different sectors of the Indian economy. So, and after that, sir, once India's economy became open, it had seen multiple events like India joining G20 during 1999, and also we have signed free trade agreements. We have been able to take opened up ourselves to connect with the neighboring, like through Lukis policy.
Okay.
So these are the
Okay.
changes brought in after 1990.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Sampada,
Yes, sir.
we have talked actually on your graduation subjects. So I got more asking questions on that. So in which subject you are more interested other than this subject, or the topic, or the area on which you think that parents shall ask you questions?
Sir, apart from my DAF,
Apart from your DAG or your graduation subject, other than this.
sir, apart from my DAF, I think I would be comfortable in any other subject you ask me. I'll try to answer the questions.
Okay, any other subject. You are actually
I will
you are
try,
asking
sir.
question on philosophy, anthropology.
Sir, I have not studied anthropology, but I am
Other
interested.
than this, I'm asking your interest areas.
Okay, sir, I take interest in reading random movie reviews also,
Okay.
and also reading something about on psychology of humans.
Okay. So, one thing actually, which is in news, we will talk on that about the AI. Recently, our Prime Minister visited one summit, the AI related summit.
Yes,
So,
sir.
where actually that summit was?
It was in Paris, sir.
It was in Paris.
Yes.
Right? So, our Honorable Prime Minister said that AI is writing code for humanity. So, what does it mean?
Sir, could you please repeat the question?
Our Honorable Prime Minister said AI is writing code for humanity. Okay. So, what does it mean?
Okay. So, from my interpretation of the statement, it could be said that the appeal was to make the AI more human, and we should not forget the value of humanity even if the AI comes in. The fears which are surrounding the AI is the loss of humanity, the carrying forward the biasness, and replacing human labor with the machines or codes. So when we say AI is writing codes for humanity, we intend to make it more human and ensure it is open for all, and ultimately we do not forget the importance of humanity.
Okay, can you give any one example of this type that we are doing this?
Sir, yes,
Yes,
sir.
an example.
Sir, in Kerala, we have brought Iris as the first school teacher, which is completely AI based. So, a teacher's function is to ensure student learn their syllabus as well as life skills. So, maybe that code of Iris is teaching us to be more human.
Okay, so it is said that AI will change the world. So AI and its role in governance, how you see this change in future? So in which areas actually will improve in governance because of AI?
Sir, there are multiple applications of AI. As an area of governance, we can focus it to increase our reach to the people through AI-based codes in education, in health sector to make it accessible in the remote areas also.
This is general answer. We are doing it through computers also. We are doing it since long.
Sir, but I
Can you
think
specific examples?
yes. Sir, AI might help us in building specific codes for rare diseases also,
How?
like cancer, sir.
How?
Maybe we can explore this idea. It is, I'm not aware if it is going on currently, but cancer is one such area where we have not found ultimate solution as of now.
See, I'm saying about the governance. I'm not saying about the medical field or engineering field or agricultural field. In a governance field of government, how AI will bring changes. Do you know e-governance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is good governance?
Good governance is a governance which is based on the values of transparency, accountability, and maximum welfare of the people. And regarding how AI can add to this, sir, AI's basic idea is to maximize the data computation and its application. So, if we are to bring AI into governance, we might get an opportunity to maximize our data computation capabilities and ensure our schemes are reaching to every section of the citizen also.
What is the difference between AI and softwares?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about it.
Okay, what is AI then, other than what you said?
Okay.
Why we are calling it AI, artificial intelligence?
Sir, it is artificial intelligence wherein we are trying to mimic human intelligence into the machines, whereby we give inputs to the machine and they form a set of codes which can be used later on without humans interference. So it is an artificial gadget which will be having intelligence, human intelligence. So we are calling it artificial intelligence.
Okay, it is also based on certain chips, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, recently there was one news related to the Microsoft. It was on the front page of many newspapers. Do you know that news?
No, sir, I am unaware about it.
Okay, what do you know about the OpenAI?
Sir, OpenAI is a concept as well as a company.
Yes.
OpenAI is a US-based company which is investing in the AI sector. It has brought in its own AI modules also.
What was the DeepSeek the news which had shaped the whole world?
Sir, DeepSeek was a China-based company which has brought in AI in a very low-cost manner and also keeping it open for all to access. So it has basically challenged OpenAI's dominance. It is being said currently. We shall see further, sir.
See, recently, also one news is there in the current event, which said the random things are the random issues we can discuss. So about the Chief Election Commissioner, okay, it is in news changing the appointment committee, right? So, what are the changes which are opposed by the opposition?
Sir, the most important change that is opposed by the opposition is non-inclusion of Chief Justice of India into the selection committee. Currently, there are 3 members: Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister appointed by suggested by PM, and the Leader of Opposition. So, effectively, it is alleged that if the Chief Justice of India is not brought into the system, it will ensure a upper hand to the existing government because the majority lies with the government in that case, if only 3 members are there.
So, what is your opinion on it? So, which committee, whether Chief Justice of India should be in that committee or not? What is your opinion?
Sir, in my opinion, it is always best to ensure maximum decentralization and bringing in maximum stakeholders into a governance structure. So, if CJI, if we bring in any of the third party, like existing, it is executive and legislature. So, it will be more beneficial for us to ensure transparency.
Example. Can you give that example?
Sir, currently we are talking about bringing in CJI. We can also talk of bringing in opinion of parliamentary standing committees in that referring that decision to parliamentary committees also.
Okay. Recently in Delhi, Marathi Sahitya Sammelan, okay, it is going on. So who was the president Marathi Sahitya Sammelan. Who is the president, current president?
Sorry, sir, I cannot recall it at this moment.
Okay, why it is actually they're taking it in Delhi?
Sir, it is Akhil Bharatiya Marathi Sahitya Sammelan. So maybe that's why they have chosen the capital of the country as so as to ensure maximum participation of the people.
Okay, recently
This is a guess.
Recently, how many languages got the status of classical language?
Sir, I'm not sure about exact number, but I think 5 languages have got the status, including Marathi, Pali, ODI, Marathi and Pali, I can remember.
So why it took so much of time to include Marathi into classical languages? Or is it just because of different reasons?
Sir, including allotting a classical language status has multiple criteria. Like a particular language should have a written history of almost 2000 written literature of around 2000 years. It should also be a language which has contributed successfully in a different manner.
These are the criteria.
So,
my question is why it took so much of time? Because the initial, at the first itself, it was possible to include it or not to include it. Okay, while later on actually it is, or some languages are included.
So, sir, research was going on in order to prove these criteria are fulfilled by Marathi. So, it has been proved by the Ranganath Pathare committee in the last year report. So, that was the reason that in Marathi has got the classical language status now.
There is history of 2000 years of literature in Marathi?
So, they have traced it back to some kind of some literature or some inscription, sir.
Marathi, what
in Prakrit, I think, but Prakrit, as per the Pathare committee, is also a dialect of Marathi.
Language had regional variation, is not all about it. What is the Prakrit language which has that Maharashtrian regional variation?
Sorry, sir, I have not read anything about it.
Maharashtra itself.
Marathi, sir.
Maharashtrian Prakrit, Shivaji Prakrit.
Thank you, sir.
Is sort of a precursor to development of Marathi. Anyway, Sampada, it seems that you have shifted from science to arts after 12th standard, right?
Sir, in 12th standard, I was thinking on the decision to aspire for civil services. So, in that context, I got to know the information regarding the syllabus, and also I thought that it would be more interesting to study different subject also. So, that way I joined arts afterwards.
Eventually found interest in political science.
Yes, sir.
From the point of view of political science, and to be very precise, from the point of view of theories of IR, how do you explain Gaza war and the recent ceasefire? I'm specifically asking from the point of view of theories of IR.
Yes, sir. Sir, it can be looked from the perspective of realism when the war started, and currently ongoing ceasefire could be seen as a change in the actor's role in international relations.
No, I'm asking from the perspective of theories of IR.
Theories of IR. Sir, can I take some time to?
Yes, please.
Sir, it could be analyzed, the current ceasefire going on could be analyzed in terms of functionalism, sir. Because due to the war that is going on in Gaza since last 1.5 years, a lot of economic disruptions and challenges have come up in the West as well as in the East. So countries are now appealing for building peace to ensure economic trade goes on smoothly. So functionalism is an idea given by Nicholas Onoff, if I'm not wrong. It is an idea of ensuring peace by pieces, wherein countries try to build peace through ensuring agreements and treaties in one sector by keeping political issues aside.
Okay, so you have learned a few languages. You have learned English, Marathi, Pali, and Sanskrit as part of your schooling, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
These two languages have significance in ancient India, Pali and Sanskrit. What is their significance? Okay, you begin with what does Pali mean as a term?
Sir, I am not aware about the answer.
So, what is the significance of these two languages from the perspective of ancient India?
Sir, these two languages were the part of local dialect in ancient India. Also, the Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain used to give their sermons in these two languages, sir. And the most important thing was it was a language of people.
So both preached in Pali?
Sorry, sir, I cannot answer it.
And you are saying both these languages are dialects. So was Sanskrit a dialect?
So Sanskrit was a dominant language in the ancient Indian time.
Dominant in what sense?
Dominant in the sense that it was the Vedas were written in that language. Also, most of the activities, religious activities, would be convened in
Vedas were
Sanskrit.
written or composed first?
Sir, it is said that they are composed.
In Sanskrit. And that's why that's dominating language also.
So that became a major way to do your religious activities. So in that sense, it was called dominant.
You like watching comedy shows, right?
Yes, sir.
Recently, there has been controversy regarding a comedy show. What is the controversy and what is your take on it? From the point of view of political science.
Okay. Sir, it's the issue is regarding use of particular words and commenting on the particular persons by a comedy show that was going on. And from the point of view of political science, sir.
Was it a comedy show or a podcast?
So it's a comedy show that is
What
going
is the
on.
name of?
India's Got Latent.
Okay. So what is the controversy about?
So the controversy is that firstly the use of comments by a particular comedian.
Inappropriate expression.
Yes, sir, inappropriate.
So now, from the perspective of political science, how do you look at it? In the sense, are we supposed to have some kind of censorship of the online content, or are we supposed to allow freedom of speech and expression?
Sir, we should ensure qualified freedom of speech and expression rather than just absolute freedom of speech and expression, because one's freedom should not hurt other one's freedom and sentiments. So that should be some limitation which a state has to keep in terms of giving freedom of speech and expression. And also, sir, it's a part of larger societal acceptance also, because we should ensure a social cohesion in that context.
There was some kind of response to that entire episode in India. Can you talk critically about the response that entire episode received in India?
Yes, sir. Sir, the issue.
Just a moment. I'm not talking merely about response to the government. I'm talking about response in general.
Sir, everybody has the right to condemn a particular action. So the response that came after the issue, I think is not totally wrong. And also the response that has come up from the comedian himself is also shows that he also thinks of it being wrong. So I think that it is not a overreaction, but just a reaction, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sampada.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of your name, Sampada?
Sir, Sampada is a Sanskrit name which means wealth or Sampatti in Marathi.
Or we can also call it as a property.
Yes, sir. We can.
So in that context, do you know what we mean? Do you know what is intellectual property?
Yes, sir. So intellectual property is a idea came out from a particular individual, which traces its origin to that particular individual himself, and that belongs to the person. So it's
How is that intellectual property protected?
So it is protected through the intellectual property rights. I am unable to recall the exact. It has a statutory status in India also through Copyright Act, through Intellectual Property Act, and also, sir, we have been talking of the same at the international level through World Trade Organization and other institutions.
Okay, as you are a student of political science and international relations, what will be the feature of World Trade Organization, which you just mentioned now?
What
will be the feature of World Trade Organization? Will it be working as it was working earlier? Because something is happening with WTO.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, WTO's primary feature is to ensure free and fair multilateral trade, and also ensuring that particular countries do not impose sanctions against each other. Sir, whatever happening currently is, I think, a temporary phase, and WTO has been working since 1948 and 1995 more specifically. So it will be keeping working ahead also, sir, I think.
What is happening exactly in WTO?
Sir, it is alleged by USA that WTO is not being fair. The rules of WTO are not being fair for themselves. So, and also in terms of there are multiple issues like developing countries versus developed countries issue. Developing countries are in terms of more concessions to them in trade. For example, we have special and differential treatment for developing countries. And there are issues like subsidy, diversifying trade basket, and removing sanitary and phytosanitary restrictions also.
Okay, fine. Sampada, you were also talking about Latour pattern,
Yes, sir.
right? So, what is this thing of pattern? How any pattern is developed?
So pattern is actually a consistent action. So we can call it a pattern. And Latour, through its pattern of ensuring maximum result for long term, has been popularly known as Latour pattern.
That is mostly in education.
Mostly in education.
In administration, also we come across with different patterns.
Yes, sir.
Do you know any such a pattern in administration?
Yes, sir. I'm aware about the Lakhina pattern in Ahmednagar, which was implemented by a bureaucrat. It was,
What was that?
I think it was about availability of water and governance, sir. I am not particularly aware about it.
Okay, but it's quite old one.
Yes.
Any recent pattern are bureaucrats not bringing such a kind of consistent action these days?
Sir, I'm not currently aware about the recent any recent pattern, but bureaucrats are implementing actions at their individual level and wherever they go. For example, one of the bureaucrat in UP, she is an IPS who has implemented activities in order to gain popularity for local products in that village, in that district. And also, sir, there are patterns like ensuring copy-free exams.
Okay, so we require such a pattern to get rid of copies in examination.
Sir, we need to take action, and if it becomes a pattern, it's a good action by the at the end. So it becomes a pattern which should be followed by
But
others.
eventually, if the any action is taken, then we shouldn't face such a kind of activity in next cycle of examination. It has to be looked at in the very first attempt. So why do we have to go for a pattern in elimination of such a malpractices during examination?
Sir, malpractices in examination should be restrained by individuals themselves at the first. But when it becomes difficult to handle it at the individual level, then it has to be a pattern which should be implemented strictly.
Last month, we were facing water crisis a few years ago. So what has been present state of availability of water in Latur?
Sir, currently also it faces some issues during summer time specifically when the sources of water are dried up. But since the 2016 water train and that particular severe drought, Latur has brought in measures like ensuring removal of sewage from drainage storage. There was work done by Water Foundation also to ensure deepening of the canals and etc. So currently,
Water conservation activities.
yes, sir, water conservation activities
We
are.
are witnessing good results.
Yes, sir. It is less severe than what was there in 2016.
Anything else, sir?
No. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
interview is over.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you.